Mayor Kathi Hemken from the City of New Hope joining us once again for a weekly update. Welcome, Mayor.
Hi, Dave.
We have quite a few items to get to. Let's begin with elections. Give us an update on how the process is going and what residents need to know as they vote this year.
Well, as you know, the elections is going to be November 3rd, and you can vote in person always at your polling place. But what they're trying to impress on people is to vote early or vote at home. And so you can send in the application for an absentee ballot. You can vote at home. You can deliver that absentee ballot to City Hall. You can send it in the mail, but don't wait till the last minute. So if you're going to vote at home, get that ballot and get it sent in, or bring it to the place you're supposed to. Apparently, 1,200 people have already sent it in. And in Hennepin County, half the people that are eligible to vote have requested absentee ballots. So this is going to be a whole different ballgame going on here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens election night and how things are able to be counted in a quick manner. Let's move ahead.
I need to add one thing about that is I just had a meeting with the Secretary of State, and he indicated that if your ballot is postmarked the 3rd of November, they have 10 days or 7 days after that to the 10th of November that they can actually get the votes in to make sure that those ballots that are postmarked by the 3rd actually get into the system. So we may not know who wins unless there's a big enough gap and there's not that many votes out there to make a difference. So
very good.
Just be patient.
Yep, good information to have. Let's move over to the census. We've talked about that quite a few times, and there's an update to pass along. What is that?
Well, as I told you last week, that date changes. Well, it's now the
Right.
31st for the people that are doing it on their own. I believe they're going to have the guys going out to the houses up to that date too, the 31st. At this point, we have 80.5% of the people in New Hope have been counted, which is better than the state of Minnesota, which is 75. And it's even a little better than it was last time we did a census. So, and that census is so important. It determines how many people we have in the House and Senate, not in the Senate, in the House. And we really need that to tell us a lot of information about our population. So if you haven't done it, do it, please.
That certainly helps the city look to the future. Another thing, speaking of the future, is the comprehensive plan, the 2040 plan. Give us a little background on what that is and how that works and some of the things that are happening with that as we speak.
Well, we as a city always have to do this long-term plan. They want us to do it so that we are coordinating with other cities. We send the plan to the Met Council. They send it back with notes on things to change, and they're reading all the comprehensive plans from all the cities around. So things like sewer and water, making sure that we're in coordination with each other. Well, that's now been back, and we're going to vote on it on Monday night on the 12th to verify it, and it will be on our website. And I believe you're going to put a web address on the screen so they can go look at it if they want. It's a pretty thick book to read through, but it's interesting.
So it is on the city's website, as you see, and you can drill down and find that information. A sure sign that winter is approaching. The hanging baskets are making their last appearance. It's a sad time.
It is. All the hanging baskets on Xylon are down. Thanks to Chemlon, they were the ones that were fertilizing those things, and they kept them looking really nice. We have an irrigation system that was keeping them watered. So they are now winterizing the irrigation system, and they're actually preparing to put up the lights on Xylon in mid-November. So we should see the lights go up, and it'll start looking Christmassy in another month.
All right, a sure way to tell the seasons are changing. Next time is Water Utility Payment Assistance Program, and this is something that the city partners with Community Action Partnership of Hennepin County. Mayor, explain a little bit about this process, how it works, and how it might help some residents out.
Well, there's a bunch of people that haven't been able to pay their water bill for whatever reason. So the staff went and looked at some state programs and some county programs. We found no programs in the state at all, but we did have this county program, and you're going to put the website at the bottom. People can go onto that. It's a one-time payment from Hennepin County. They have to be at 125% of the federal poverty level to qualify for it. And if you are, I would try to get some of that money to help pay that water bill if you can.
All right. Again, that website on the bottom of the screen if you need more information about that program through the partnership. Let's move ahead to scattered site housing. We keep people updated on some of the projects around the city, and one is at 8720 47th Avenue. Tell us about the progress there.
Well, we've done this before, but we actually sold the house to Habitat for Humanity, and they were giving them 76,000 plus money from the Community Development Block Grant Program. And they are putting on a new roof and new windows and new flooring and insulation, just about everything that can be imagined. What Habitat then does is they'll sell the house to a qualified buyer. This person makes house payments, but they might not be quite as much as the house payment would be if you're going through a bank, because Habitat does the financing of the house. If you apply, you have to be at a certain level of income, and you cannot have any police calls at all other than for medical. So they're very careful at who they sell these houses to, and they help them once they get into the house to keep that house maintained. So it's a wonderful asset to the community for them to do that for us.
Fantastic part of the community. Let's move over to building for businesses. There's one at 5100 Boone that you wanted to mention. Some nice updating going on there.
Well, last week when you brought it up, I wasn't prepared. So we
You're
really
ready
didn't
now.
know. Yeah, there's a place called Origin Stone. I'm not really sure what they do, but they remodeled their building and they put a new facade on it and they redid the parking lot. So now they're ready to open the business. So if you drive by there and you see a nice, pretty building sitting there, that's them.
51st and Boone is where you can find them. Let's move to Park and Rec, a little update of some of the things that are coming. And again, another sign of winter coming. You're thinking about warming houses?
We are. We've sent out letters to last year's participants, the people who manned the warming houses for us. So we're always looking for new applicants, but I just wanted to let people know that they should be getting a letter if they did it last year. We're also looking for people to do some of the winter programs, like the basketball programs, to be refs and just be part of the whole seasonal employment that we have. So we are looking for new applications on that too.
All right, very good. Go to the city's website to find out more about how you can get involved. Speaking of the city hall, let's talk a little bit about something that's changed outside. A nice coat of black tar out front.
Well, they finally, they put a temporary coat on, and then they did some digging around, and it had a bunch of holes, and it looked terrible. Well, they filled the holes, and they blacked out the whole thing. And today, on Monday the 12th, they were supposed to come and stripe it. Well, it rained last night.
Yes.
And so with water on the pavement, they couldn't stripe it. Now it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I don't know if the water has evaporated and they stripe it, but I would guess before the end of the week, we'll have striping on that parking lot. Then it'll look like a real place again.
It is looking beautiful. Over to HR, and they are dealing with some changes happening in the police department. Give us a couple updates, both from the chief standpoint and also police clerk.
Well, our police chief, Tim Fournier, has retired from the city. We're interviewing 3 internal candidates. We really like to hire internally because they know the system, they know the people. If they're qualified, and these 3 are qualified, we try to hire from within. So one of these 3 they're all being interviewed by the management staff, and then the city manager will do the final interview and appoint which of the 3 will be the police chief. We're also interviewing 4 people for a city clerk job. Those aren't internal applicants, but because it's really an entry-level job. So there's a lot of things going on in the hiring department. Our HR people went to a seminar on diversity and inclusion and fitting into the workplace. So we're doing all the training that we can. We really want to have a more diverse staff at City Hall. And we want to make sure that that diversity feels like they belong there and they fit in to make it a better running City Hall.
And we'll pass along more information about that as it is available. Final note we wanted to touch on is the In Focus photo contest, and we're winding down to the last few days, and it should be beautiful to shoot pictures right now with all the leaves changing colors.
We only have 10 applicants, and I think last year we had 50. So we really need people to send those pictures in. The 16th of October is the last day at 4:30. If they don't know how to send the pictures in, they can call City Hall. They'll help them do that. I think they want the pictures sent electronically. If they can't do that, people at City Hall will tell them how they can do that.
And a couple nice
So
things with
anxious to
that.
see the pictures.
Yeah, nice things with that contest is there. I believe that there's a little prize involved if you are a winner, and also there's opportunity for your photos to be placed in city publications and on the website. Is that correct?
That is, and they're good. So they'll be on the website. We can look at them. They'll have the People's Choice Awards, so you can look at them and vote for them. They always have a youth award, and I think the prize is $50 to $75 for first place in all the different categories. So
Very
it's
nice.
a financial benefit, and you'll be able to vote online.
That's right. And you can say you were a winner or participant. So find out more at the
Yes.
city's website, newhopemn.gov. Mayor Hemken, thank you once again for your update, and we will touch base with you next week to find out more of what's going on in New Hope.
Thanks, Dave. We'll see you then.